What's up, guys? We are back, and this is my final World Cup match. US East has made it to the finals. We are paired up. Well, Brazil made it to the finals, so we're fighting Team Brazil, and I'm playing Hill. So, win or lose, this is my final game in the World Cup, and yeah, so let's get right into it. I'm bleeding off of my MIZU because it has a really good matchup versus his team, as he's going to bleed off of his landers. I am specially defensive, so I can take any one hit, as I take this Earth Power pretty well and decide to go right for the knockoff, as I'm able to knock out his Life Orb. Now, because he got rid of his Life Orb due to knockoff, he has no chance of knocking me out with the next Earth Power. I'm thinking that he's going to want to switch, expecting my Roost, so I'm actually going to decide to go for knockoff again, predicting T-Tar to want to come in, and basically what this would do for me is I'd be able to scout or see if he's Mega Tyranitar or like a Smooth Rock variant. So I go for the second knockoff, like I said, as he doesn't end up going out to T-Tar, and I do discover that he is the Smooth Rock variant, though because I knocked it off after he came in, he still does have those 8 turns, or 7 turns rather, of Sand. So I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp right here, as he is going to go right for the Stealth Rocks. And now, because I'm playing Team Brazil, Brazil is kind of known for using Brazilian T-Tar, which is a little nickname we've given this T-Tar. Basically, this T-Tar has Thunder Wave, so I'm actually going to predict him to want to go for Thunder Wave since Mew is a huge threat and he's going to try and cripple it. So I go for the Taunt right here as opposed to going for Roost, as he does try and go for the Thunder Wave, and basically I have just shut down this T-Tar. So I decided to go for Knockoff one more time because I don't want to give him a free switch into his Gothitelle, since Gothitelle is honestly his only way of beating this Mew by tricking it a Choice Scarf and locking it into one move. So I go for Knockoff as he does decide to go out to his Landorus. I know that I can take any one hit, as he actually decides to go for Sludge Wave, I think predicting me to want to go out into my Latios right there, but I really have no reason to, as I will be able to take any one hit or 2 hits from this Landorus. So I'm going to go for Roost once again, as he does reveal that he is a substitute variant. So it is actually going to take me 2 knockoffs to be able to break his sub. So I'm going to go for the first knockoff, as he does go for the Earth Power, and I don't want him basically being able to handle this Mew after I go for knockoff and breaking his sub. So I'm going to go for Roost right here, and at this point I'm going to decide to go for Roost one more time, just in case he actually crits me, as a crit would not be able to knock me out, but Mew is going to be doing work this match, so I want it to be at as good amount of HP as possible. So he goes for one more Earth Power, as I am finally going to go for my last Roost right here, as I am going to be able to go right for the knockoff and break his sub, but he does leave me with a crit from his Earth Power. So do not want to stay in with my Mew, as I'm thinking I might be able to get off a recover versus his T-Tar later on. So going to pull a switch into my Latios, as he does decide to go right for the Earth Power, and he predicts me very nicely right here to go for the Defog. So he's going to go right for the Sludge Wave. Doesn't really matter too much because I do have recover on this Latios, or Roost rather, and basically there's no way that he can get Spadef drops on my Mew or poison me with Sludge Wave because of its own sheer force. So he ends up going out to T-Tar. I decided right here that my only chance of getting off a Roost would be versus this T-Tar, as it is burnt, and I didn't want to switch directly into my Landorus just in case he actually had Ice Beam. So he does reveal the Ice Beam right here, and now because he basically does have to cripple me with Thunder Wave in order to hopefully do something with his team, I'm actually going to go for Taunt right here, predicting him to go for Thunder Wave as opposed to going for the Roost right there, as it works out for me, and I'm able to get off a Roost for free as he decides to switch out into his Gothitelle. Probably could have predicted this and went for the knockoff, because with my speed EVs I would have outsped him after, and I would have been able to get off a Roost for free, but doesn't really matter right here. I can't do anything about this Gothitelle. Shadow Tag does have me trapped, so he's going to go for Trick, giving me the Choice Scarf, as I am going to go for knockoff, getting rid of his leftovers and getting off a decent amount of HP. But this does give him a free switch into his Gyarados, which I can't do anything about since I am, I'm forced to stay in for that one turn. So as I go out to Gyarados, I'm going to switch directly into my Keldeo. I am Choice Scarf. I have HP Electric if he does decide not to Mega Evolve. I can also take any one hit, as he goes for the Earthquake just to get off damage. That damage means that if he does Dragon Dance later on, he can beat my Keldeo if he does get up 2 Dragon Dances. Now, because he's definitely not going to want to stay in, fearing the Secret Sword, I'm actually anticipating him to want to sack his Landorus to Secret Sword. That way he can trap me with Gothitelle and knock me out with Psychic. I'm actually going to pull a hard switch, a hard double, into my Latios, predicting the Landorus sack. That way I can get rid of Landorus, and I can also get rid of a second Pokemon after that. And basically I wouldn't be sacking my Keldeo, which is going to help me later on versus this Gyarados. or that's what my thought process was. So gonna pull the double into my Latios as he does decide to go out to his Landorus as fodder. That way he can try and trap me with Gothitelle after that. I'm able to go right after Psyshock and knock him out as he's going to go bring out his T-Tar just to get up the sand for Excadrill. Doesn't really matter though because he has nothing that could take a Life Orb Draco. Excadrill takes like 70-80% from Life Orb Draco, so there was definitely no point in him trying to switch out right there. So able to knock out the T-Tar as he's going to go out to his drill right here. I'm going to switch out into my Landorus because I'm going to take this as an opportunity to get up my Stealth Rocks. With Stealth Rocks up and a few Life Orb hits on the Thundurus, I can actually knock it out with Brave Bird from my Talonflame. And because I am Jolly, he wouldn't be able to Thunder Wave me. So that was my thought process right there. As I am going to get up my Stealth Rocks as he decides to bring out his Thundurus right here. So I'm going to switch into my Mew because I am Choice Scarf. I can take the Thunderbolt as he actually predicts my switch very nicely. Goes right for the Thunderbolt. And I decided that my best play would be going for Scarf Taunt. That prevents him from going for T-Wave in the following turn if he doesn't go for T-Wave now. And it prevents Gyarados from setting up if he decides to switch out to that, predicting my knockoff. And it also prevents Gothitelle from potentially being some sort of Trick, Calm Mind, Rest variant and setting up and getting like 2 kills versus my team. As weird of a set as that sounds, actually something that was used on the ladder that I had faced before. So I figured that going for Taunt would be my best play right here. As he does decide to go right for the Thunder Wave on my Mew. I do get off the Taunt though, which is going to be pretty nice because he's going to have to go for an attack right here, knock me out. And now I have a free switch into my Mega Mawile. And Mega Mawile is quite bulky. I can definitely take any one attack from this Thundurus, even a Life Orb T-Bolt, as I am just going to Mega Evolve right here and go right for the Sucker Punch. No reason to go, for Play Rough, sorry. No reason to go for Sucker Punch as he was definitely not going to want to stay in since his best bet is trying to paralyze my Mawile and then trying to set up with Gyarados on a paralyzed Mawile. So he's going to go for the Thunder Wave, leaving me with a nice present as I do get the full para as I did try to go for the Play Rough right there. But now I'm pretty much free to go for Sucker Punch, so I'm able to knock him out as he's going to go out to Gyarados. I am not going to choke this win away. I am not going to stay in, have him sub or Dragon Dance and have me get paralyzed and lose this game. So I'm going to make the immediate switch into my Landorus to not only get off the Intimidate, but also if he was a substitute variant, he has to Dragon Dance in the following turn anyway. So I can go right for the U-turn, break his sub, and then get the free switch into my Choice Scarf Keldeo, which even at +1, it will be able to outspeed Gyarados. And basically, Keldeo is going to be able to wrap up the game for me. So Keldeo is going to go right for the Secret Sword, going to knock out Gyarados, and his last is Drill, which will not be able to take the Secret Sword. So that is going to be a good game. So I ended up winning my World Cup match. This was actually First Blood, as I was the first person that played today. Well, when I'm narrating it, it's Wednesday. I played Wednesday, but it's probably going up Thursday. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, US East to win all of World Cup. And yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this series on my channel. You know, leave a like if you did. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I will be participating in Smogon Grand Slam, as I'm also a Frontier brain in Smogon Battle Frontier or Smogon Frontier, whatever it's called. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more X and Y. And until next time, later.